Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Tyler. I am 28 years old, and for the past 2 years, I have lived right in here in my 2007 Kia Sedona. I'm coming to you guys from the beautiful coast of San Diego, California. It's a little bit of a cloudy day, but it's still beautiful. I've been up here for a couple of hours just admiring the beautiful ocean and the waves. I don't know if you can see it, but there's surfers down there. They're enjoying the I guess you call it a high tide. I don't surf, so I don't know the terminology. So let me know in the comments. I'm probably not seeing it, but the waves are pretty good today. So they're enjoying that. And I feel so blessed to be here, getting to enjoy this. I mean, look at this. You can see it right there. It is so gorgeous. So it has been a busy week for me. I started a new job, just part-time. So just kind of getting coordinated with that and, you know, coming back here to San Diego. There's so much to see. And yes, but it's been really a good week. There's been some bumps in the road, and I have quite an interesting topic, I think, an important topic to talk about today. But before we get to that, please like this video, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get my future videos. I want to do a little shout out. First off, I have my coffee, and thank you to the people that make it possible by donating to the channel so that I can have coffee through buymeacoffee.com. I am just absolutely loving being able to drink coffee again. So thank you guys. I'm going to take a little sip. Give me just a second. I'm almost out of coffee. I might have to go get more. But I want to do a shout out to Scott at the Static Camper YouTube channel. He mentioned I had forgotten about my favorite cookies. Can you believe that? But I have a favorite cookie, and it's called Uncle Eddie's vegan cookies. These are, in my opinion, the best cookies. They're made with organic ingredients. They are super delicious, and they're a lot less sugar than like traditional cookies. So, you know, a little less guilt, right? I have to say, I think, yes, I agree with you, Scott, that 2 of these equal 1 regular size cookie. I'm going to get one out. You guys can let me know in the comments what you think. It's a pretty small cookie. I don't know if you can see that very well, but yeah, I think 2 of these equal 1. So I might have 2 today, but don't tell anybody that I'm having 2, okay? Shh. I'm gonna have one right now. You do. Here's yours. I'm gonna spare you guys from having to watch me eat the whole cookie, but they're really good cookies. These ones are oatmeal raisin cookies. They have chocolate chip. They have peanut butter. I mean, the list goes on. They're actually also sold at Trader Joe's, but they're branded. I believe this is true. They're just branded as Trader Joe's, but I think they have some sort of partnership. But I got these at a co-op here in San Diego. And yeah, like I said, they're my favorite. I'm going to drink a little water. Okay. Well, I hope you guys have been having a good week and the weather's been good for you. I know there's been some sporadic storms around the country, so yeah. So let's dive into today's topic. Today's topic, we're going to talk about friendship. And friendship in van life, in nomad life, and things that I've experienced, things that I've learned along the way. So make sure that you stay tuned because, you know, this is, to me, a really important topic. And I had a recent event happen in my life that kind of really made me think about this. And so I thought that, you know, today we could talk about it. And I would love to hear your opinions and what friendship means to you in the comments. And what friendship has, for those of you that are on the road now, what friendship has kind of looked like for you while you're out on the road. If you've made new friends, has it been harder to maintain friendships now that you are, you know, traveling? But I had a recent event happen where I had a friend, and I thought that this person was a good friend. I thought this person was somebody that I could trust, somebody that had good intentions for me and wanted the best for me. Well, I found out that to unfortunately be not the case. I'm not going to go into specifics, like too many details about what happened, but the gist of the story was, I told my friend about some of my mental health struggles. You know, everything that happened, for those of you who have been following the channel, I witnessed a shooting in Austin, Texas, and I also had a gun pulled on me while I was in Austin, Texas, and I didn't have the best of time, and I had to leave there very quickly. I didn't feel safe. I do have a video about that. It's in, if you go to my channel, you can see it. It's, you know, forced to leave Austin, Texas, why I was forced to leave Austin, Texas. And, excuse me, I drank that water too fast, and now I'm got the hiccups. Hopefully they'll go away. But anyways, back to the topic. All of that kind of took a little bit of a toll on my mental health, and I ended up experiencing some panic attacks recently, and I've had a history of panic attacks throughout my life. It started back when my mother died when I was very little. I had my first panic attack when I was about 6 years old. But these recent events kind of triggered me a little bit, and so I brought up some of this to this friend that, you know, I've been kind of struggling. I've been trying to find balance, trying to kind of reground myself. And, you know, this person didn't have much to say. In fact, while I was telling this person this story, they were playing on their phone. Yeah. And that was really hurtful because this was a important topic. And, about not too long after that conversation, this friend reached out to me and told me that they would like to end the friendship because they felt that I, how would I put it? They felt that my mental health struggles were basically, how would I put it? They didn't want to hear about it. And they felt that I wasn't doing enough with my life, that I was trying to make excuses, trying to use my mental health as an excuse to not do more with my life. And they said that they wanted to break off the friendship and not be friends with me anymore. That was really hurtful, and it made me like second guess like everything they had said to me in the past. And I've been really kind of processing that the last couple weeks, and it made me kind of think about, you know, friendship as a whole. And this is not the first time in my life that I've had somebody that didn't want to hear about my mental health. Because unfortunately, you know, as a man, society has put this kind of double standard on men when it comes to talking about mental health, you know. And part of me doing this channel is, you know, if you go into the about section, I say that I'm going to be talking about van life, nomadism, and mental health. And this topic is really important to me because mental health has really been a big part of my life. I've come a long way from where I once was, and I know to look for certain things. I know certain people to avoid, and things like that. And I know when I need to take a break. I didn't know that in the past. I recently had a friend, I told her, you know what, I got to take a few days off social media. I'm just going to kind of focus on myself for a few days. And this friend, she said to me, you know, that is really admirable that you know yourself enough to recognize the signs and know when, okay, I need to take a break because I'm feeling burned out. And it would be easy to be pressured not to, but I know when I need to take a break. And I did. I took a few days off social media and kind of just focused on myself. So talking about friendship, some things that I've learned along the way, and you know, things like boundaries, in regards to friendship, I want to talk about this on this video. And so a friend to me is somebody who I can trust, somebody who I can talk to and say, hey, I'm not feeling good. My mental health is low. I need somebody to talk to, you know, and knowing that that person will accept that and, you know, take the time to talk to me. That is a friend, somebody that I can talk to and tell them all sorts of things about my life and know that I'm not going to be hit with judgment. I'm not going to be put down. I'm not going to be told what to do. Friends can offer advice, but friends should never tell you what to do. They can give you suggestions, but they also have to come from a place of a good place. They have to come from a good place, and not a place that if they give you the advice and you don't take it, they're going to hold that against you, because that's not a real friend. Because I made a short about this recently, and this was actually in another video, only we know what's best for our future. Only we know how we truly, deeply feel inside. And because of that, we really only know for ourselves what's best. And we need to listen to ourselves. I'm going to be 29 in a few days. My birthday's coming up. And I spent a lot of years in my early 20s, you know, going to people for advice, but, you know, that's good. But I was really taking their advice and, oh my gosh, I have to follow that person's advice. Or if I don't follow that person's advice, maybe they won't be my friend. And I later learned that that was really wrong, and that I needed to be able to find my own path in life for myself. But I can also go to somebody, if they're a true friend, and say, hey, these are things that I'm going through. These are things that I'm feeling. These are obstacles that I am facing. And what do you kind of think about that? You know, and there's nothing wrong with that, but also knowing what's right for you. And knowing that even if you don't take that person's advice or you don't agree with it, what they say, that your friendship will continue to move on. It won't end there. They won't hold that against you, because if they do, they're really not your friend. Another thing I've experienced is friends that are so-called friends, right? That have had what do they call it? Alternative motives for their friendship. And that could be a lot of different things. One case could be financial. They might be using you to for financial gain or an opportunity, and things like that. They might be using you to your friendship to make friends with the other people. You know, you have to really watch what a person's motives are. And the next one I think is really important is somebody that's present. I had recently like I said, I was talking with a friend about an important subject, and this friend was on their phone the entire time. And they weren't taking the time to be present, even though that I was talking about a really personal, deep topic, my mental health. They didn't feel that they needed to give the time to be present, and that was very hurtful. And I realized then that that person was not really my friend. And it's hurtful. It really is. It's hurtful when those kind of things happen. But you want to find people that are going to take the time to be with you and put the phone away, you know, and they're there to have experiences with you. And if they don't take that time, they don't really value your friendship. Now, don't get this confused with, you know, maybe somebody's got to take a call or there's a text that's urgent. That's totally different. But if you are taking the time to go out for coffee or go out to eat or some other activity, and that person is always on their phone, they're basically saying that their phone, whatever's on their phone, is more important than spending time with you. I've had, in the past, I've actually left the table. Like when I've gone out to eat with friends, I've actually said, oh, you know what, if, you know, your phone, if you're going to be on the phone the entire time, I don't want to be a part of this because I don't feel like my time's being respected. When I'm with somebody, I try to put my phone away completely. I may, like I said, have to take a text or a call, but then I put the phone away again because I want to spend time. Time is precious. Time is our most valuable resource, right? We can't get it back and we can't create it. So we need to be more mindful. Mindfulness is such a powerful thing, and being present, it's mindfulness and being present are a part of each other. And that is something that I've really learned over the last like 3 or 4 years of my life, is trying to be more present. And I am by no means perfect. I make my mistakes. Sometimes, like I said, I can get distracted, but I really try to be conscious of that, especially when I'm with somebody else and it's their time that should be considered as well. So another thing is somebody that might want to, that does something for you. I can give you an example. I had a quote-unquote friend a while back. This friend took me out for my birthday. They took me out for a show, and it was a really great show. It was a comedy, super fun, super funny, and I was so grateful. I had a blast. And the very next day, I wasn't feeling so good. I think I caught a bug or something like that. And this friend, it may not have been the next day, maybe it had been a couple days, but I wasn't feeling good nonetheless. And this friend reached out and said, oh, let's go do this, let's go do that. And I said, oh, you know what? I am not feeling so good today. I you know, whatever it was, I think I may have had the flu or something. I said, let's reschedule for another day. I need to just rest. And this person, literally, the next thing they said to me was, I can't believe you're doing this after I just paid for you to go to that show for your birthday. And I was like, that is, I caught that really fast. Now, if that had been years ago in my earlier 20s, I wouldn't have caught that. But I right away told that person that I wasn't going to allow them to be manipulative to me. I said, you're being manipulative. You know, you got me the ticket for the comedy show for my birthday. That is supposed to be all. It isn't supposed to be some sort of web where I have to go and hang out with you because you bought me a ticket to a comedy show. And I told him that, and of course, that made him, that made that person even angrier. And I realized that, you know, in that case, we weren't meant to be, you know, friends, and our paths were no longer, you know, our paths needed to go separate ways. Because if somebody is giving you something, if they're giving you a gift, always be careful that there isn't hidden strings. And that's the lesson from that. And there was obviously strings. They felt that because they did something nice for me that, you know, I should just, you know, be available to them at any time or whenever was best for them. And that's another topic about friendship, is friends should be understanding of your boundaries. And that again was about boundaries, right? You should be able to say, hey, not feeling so good, or maybe I'm tired, or maybe I have work to do. And if that friend tries to guilt you, which is manipulate you into spending time with you, that is an unhealthy relationship, and that is somebody that you should avoid. Again, that took me up until the last few years of my life to realize in friendships. Yeah, it took quite a few friendships over the years that didn't go well for me to learn some really hard lessons about this topic. And that's why I want to talk to you. And, you know, and I had this recent event with a friend that, you know, basically unfriended me because I, you know, wanted to be open with them about my mental health struggles. So, really, I still make mistakes. You know, I made the mistake to think that that person was my friend, and it is hard. But that's why I kind of wanted to do this video, because, you know, this was a reminder that, you know, I have to be more aware of the people around me. I don't have a lot of friends. I have about a handful of people that I would actually call real friends. But these are people that I can call and they will be there for me. They are without judgment. They won't say, oh, Tyler, you know, you need to go to therapy about your mental health. No. These are friends that will want to listen and say, hey, we're here to listen. You know, what do you need? Are you okay? And another thing is, a real friend is somebody that when you get a little quiet, they check on you. They check on you and they say, you know, are you okay? I've noticed you've been quiet. I haven't seen you on Facebook or Instagram. How are you doing? And they actually will call you or text you, and they will make sure that you're okay. That is a sign of a real friend. Let's see, what else are we? But yeah, those are kind of the big points. You know, things to really look out, red flags, is somebody that feels that it's okay to put you down. I've learned that, at least for me, that we probably have all had those people that like to jokingly put you down. I don't like that. Words are words. Whether you're joking or not, words are words, right? And if somebody is joking about your appearance constantly, or your personality, or things that you say, you know, their intention may be fun and games, but after a while, it gets old, and words are words. And a mentor of mine a long time ago told me that words are like seeds, and anything that is constantly repeated is like a seed being planted. And so you have to be very mindful and very careful of those kind of seeds, because they can be planted and it could be some time before you really realize the harm that it's doing in your life. So also be mindful of people that are kind of jokingly saying things about your appearance and about you. And if they can't accept you saying, hey, I don't want you to joke about that. You know, you've said it enough times. Can you please not do that? If that person is not okay with you saying that, or they get offensive or offended, or they make even more comments, that is probably somebody to avoid, because they are demonstrating that they don't respect your boundaries. I would say another red flag is somebody that always wants to be around you, you know, doesn't respect your personal space. And this could go for relationships as well. You know, you've got to have personal space. And if somebody is not willing to give you that personal space, that is also a really red flag. I've had that in my life as well. So that was also a lesson. And these are things, you know, that I've learned along the way that I just wanted to share with you guys about this, because it was a topic that's come up recently. And like I said from the start, I want to be real with you. I want to let you know how I'm doing. And I also want you guys to let me know how you're doing. I'm doing pretty good. Like I said, I have been having some panic attacks. And, you know, I've felt a little down just because I'm processing everything that has happened in my life in the last, it's only been about 5 weeks since I left Austin. So I'm still processing everything, and it's going to take a little time, but I'm doing, you know, the things that I know to do, which is, you know, taking time off of social media when I need to, going on long walks, enjoying nature. I mean, look at this. This is just gorgeous out there. Enjoying that, eating healthy foods, and things like that, making sure that I'm resting. Some things I like to do is like watch funny videos and things like that. One of my favorite shows is The Golden Girls. That was, you probably already know, is in the 80s. I adore that show. It always makes me laugh. So, you know, simple things like that. And I want to be open and being able to talk about my mental health. And that's, I call it the real. I had gotten some comments on some of my previous videos, about, you know, that I should do more editing and cut out when I make a blunder. I want us to be like, I want this to be like you are sitting across from me and we're having a conversation, and we're going to make mistakes. We're going to you know, I'm going to make a mistake on a word. I'm going to need a second to think about what I want to say. I may, you know, mid-sentence forget what I was going to talk about. And I think that's just part of it. It's part about being authentic and being real. And so I leave this in. This is really me. I do edit in fun little clips at the end. So always make sure that you watch after I stop talking, because a lot of times I do put in little clips of like a walk or nature or, you know, a quote or something like that. But yeah, this is I call it the real. This is the real. And we're just talking, we're having conversation. We're having some coffee, and yeah, this is what's really happening. And I want to say thanks to all of the channel supporters, you know, that are making these videos possible. You can buy me what helps my channels if you go to buymeacoffee.com. It's in the description of this video and the about section of my channel. And it really does help me out if you buy me a cup of coffee. And it helps support the channel so I can continue to make videos, because I am not monetized yet, so I don't make anything from YouTube on these. So those donations really do help, and it also helps me have some coffee. So I really appreciate that, guys. Oh, I did want to mention, today I'm actually 1 month soda sober. Yeah, I have not had a soda in 1 month. I just thought about that. Yeah, it's been 1 month. I am so happy. I'm already feeling better being away from the sodas. The soda is really like the start of a downward spiral for me when I start drinking soda, because sodas, specifically diet sodas, make me crave processed foods. Oh yeah, you know, I'll start craving, one of my big cravings I'll have is for French fries from McDonald's. So I haven't been having those because I haven't had any soda. So I'm really happy about that. I wanted to share that with you guys. Like I said, I am just so happy to be here in beautiful I can't say today sunny San Diego, but beautiful San Diego, California. And I hope you guys all had a awesome, beautiful Easter. I have the little got a little Easter bunny here. So I think that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching all the way through. Like I said, please give me a like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know about your own friendships that you've had over the years, things that you've experienced, and what friendship is for you. I would love to hear. I always reply to every comment. I have been a little bit slower the past week or so. I'm going to get caught up, I promise. Just like I said with the new job, everything's kind of going to take a little time to settle. But I don't want to leave you without leaving you with a quote. So I got my old phone here and I got a quote already ready to go. So this one is from The Peaceful Mind, Peaceful Life. And that's founded by Barb Schmidt. And the quote is, you don't find your worth in a person. You find your worth within yourself. And then find people who are worthy of you. Remember that. That one really stuck with me, and it goes with what we are talking about today. You are your greatest friend. You are. So be kind to yourself, because if you're not kind to yourself, you can't be kind to other people. And it goes with my favorite quote of all time is, learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. That's from The Greatest Love of All, sung by Whitney Houston, which is my favorite song. We've got to be more kind to ourselves, and love ourselves more. So I hope that you will be kinder to yourself this week and do some self-love. Give yourself some self-love and go out there and do something for you, but also do something kind for somebody else. Like I say, hold the door open for somebody. Take a few moments to ask your cashier at the store how they're doing and really listen. If you haven't heard from a friend, if you know a friend that's been a little bit quiet lately, reach out to them, but really reach out. Call them. Don't just text, call them. Say, how are you doing? What's going on? I want to know. I want to hear. I want to know how you're doing. Yeah. Be that friend that you want be that friend to somebody else that you want for yourself. That's what I meant to say. And yeah, so until next time, everybody, I will try to get another video out this week to you guys, but I hope you have an amazing week. Until next time, bye everybody. See you later.